Hi guys, my name is Leia and welcome back to Anime Recap Pro. In today's video, we will check out a 2013 reversed isekai anime titled The Devil is a Part-Timer, Season 1. But before we get started, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And without any other delays, let's get into it. The Demon Lord Satan leads his huge demon army into the Ante Isla, striking terror into the hearts of humanity. But when he begins his horrific campaign to conquer the continent, Emilia, the protagonist, foils Satan's plans, causing him to flee via a dimensional portal and teleport to the human world. The devil, stranded in contemporary Tokyo with his devoted general Alciel, swears to return and finish enslaving Ante Isla. That is, if they can only figure out a way to get there. Want to find out how the devil tackles the mundane life in Tokyo? Stay tuned. The story opens up as the Dark Lord retreats, along with Alciel opening a dimensional portal and departs their world, promising to come back and conquer Ante Isla. Here, Satan squares off against the hero, but the Dark Lord retreats, with neither being able to defeat the other decisively and his armies disintegrating. In addition to being startled by their new human bodies, Satan and Alciel are taken to the closest police station, where Satan learns a little bit about this new world devoid of magic. As things develop, the portal exits in contemporary Sasazuka, Japan. As things develop, Satan and Alciel adopt new identities as Sadao Ma and Shiro Ashiya, respectively. They each obtain a home, open a bank account, and look for work to survive. They also decide that Shiro will care for their household needs while Sadao works. Later, while traveling to his part-time employment at McDonald's, Sadao meets a stunning girl with scarlet hair at a crosswalk and offers to give her his umbrella so that she may stay dry. While visiting McRonald, Sadao encounters a seemingly unrelated small earthquake and wrestles with the decision to utilize his remaining magic to fix the damaged fryers. He ultimately decides against doing so. With his interpersonal abilities, Sadao can obtain permanent employment despite impressing his superiors and Chino Sasaki, a college employee. The scarlet-haired girl, later identified as Emilia Justina, the hero from their dimension, confronts him once more as he eagerly pedals his bicycle home to inform Shiro. Emilia and her companions pursue Satan and Alciel after they leave Ante Isla. Back in the current day, Sadao tries to reason with Emilia, who is now going by the name Emi Yusa, but she ignores him and tries to hurt him. They are both then detained and escorted to a police station for questioning, where the officer in charge suspects that they are engaged in a marital argument, much to Emi's anger. Emi threatens Sadao on the way home, but he shrugs it off. The next day, Emi visits them while fuming that she isn't enjoying a better standard of living than Sadao. Shiro, startled, locks her out, but after Sadao quietly explains her situation, she is allowed inside. She remarks on Sadao's lifestyle before explaining that she and Archbishop Olba may intend to follow them through the portal before it vanished, but only she was transported. Emi starts following Sadao and Shiro around in town over the next few days when she discovers they are leading decent, modest lives. She follows up on this by asking him whether he had thought about staying in the human world after work, which he brashly implies that he will return to conquer Ante Isla. They both quickly flee after being the target of a sniper's magical attack at that same moment. Aware that they might share an adversary, Sadao accuses Emi before heading out to the evening. To his surprise, Emi returns to his flat and asks if she may stay the night, because she lives far away and misplaced her wallet during their escape. To Shiro's horror, Sadao nonchalantly offers her sanctuary once more as Emi sobs inside over how she managed to find herself in that predicament. That evening, Chiho sends Sadao an enigmatic text asking for his counsel and telling him that there will be more earthquakes. While Chiho eagerly anticipates her meeting with Sadao, the national news reports about the attack that Emi and Sadao were involved in the following morning. In the meantime, Emi gets a call from the same adversary who fired at them, explaining that it would be better for Ante Isla if she killed both her and Satan. Later, Sadao's bicycle at the scene helps the police hunt him down, and Emi is compelled to confirm his identity while also warning him about their shared foe. Later, Sadao meets Chiho on a date. Unbeknownst to them, Shiro and Emi, the latter of whom drags Shiro into the cafe to listen on Sadao, follow them. Chiho informs Sadao on the date that she had recently been hearing a weird language, the language of Ante Isla, unknown to her. She says the speakers attempted to get in touch with someone and mentioned a larger earthquake that would soon occur. Sadao understands that the events were created by the Idea Link, magical communication system, and that the earthquakes were probably brought on by a sonar spell seeking to find him and Emmy. A startled Sadao notices Emmy enter the cafe at this point, and before Chiho can tell him her secret, Emmy interrupts her. Chiho and Emmy get into a heated disagreement after Chiho misunderstands the motive behind Emmy's interruption, and then a powerful earthquake strikes. Chiho briefly awakens to find herself surrounded by destruction. She makes up with Emmy and warns her once more about Sadao before using a sleep spell to put her to sleep. Then, when Emmy calls out to Satan, the evil figure of Satan emerges from the debris. Emmy considers using her remaining magic to murder him then and there, but Satan shockingly informs her that he will help them escape the fallen mall, leaving Emmy perplexed as why he would do so. Satan uses his sorcery to clear the rubble and protect everyone in the mall. Emmy gets a flashback of her joyful childhood on the Ante Isla with her father before being called out by the church to begin training with a magical sword to slay demons while she is outside the wrecked mall. Soon after, Satan's armies raided their town and killed her father. She became determined to slay him. Back in the present, Sadao discovers and tells Emmy the spell he placed on her father, Inspector Sasaki, when he first came to Japan resulted in a magical feedback for Chiho. Before they go, Sadao further explains to her that the earthquake was a planned attempt on their lives. After that, Emmy spends the night at the home of her co-worker, Rika Suzuki, where Rika uses the Kobe earthquake she suffered as a child to demonstrate to Emmy how human nature can alter in the face of catastrophe. The following day, Emmy visits Sadao and trips and falls on the stairs of his apartment building. Sadao tries to help Emmy with her wounds, but his unexpected kindness enrages her, and she explains why she wants him killed. Sadao laments his incapacity to comprehend others' emotions until Hiro and Chiho cut him off. Just afterward, Mikishiba, Sadao's landlady, enters and suggests they pursue Chiho while referring to her association with the Idea Link and the as he and his companion horror, Sadao explains Shiro is wounded as Lucifer continues to attack Sadao and the others. Chiho observes the amazing scene as Satan uses multi-layered magic punch. After that, Chiho is formally introduced to Sadao and the company. Emerald Chiho yells at Sadao. A girl reports to the church's headquarters on the Ante Isla that Archbishop paranormal activity, including a Hanzo then requests that Sadao get him his PS Vita gaming console, which he unintentionally left behind. Hanzo argues that he forgot to let them know that he had lived there, which infuriates the group. The same girl who had reported the incident to the Church of Ante Isla is later seen via the classroom window, indicating that she opened a portal with